Hello, my dear collective. Welcome for another music channeling. So we're gonna just dive into it. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, the song in the background is the song for the message. All right. Good morning, good evening, good night, and let's get into it. Let me just do one. All right. So let's see. The song is Dandelions. Now, for me, dandelions, they are symbolism for peace and blessings. Okay. Um, and if people don't know how they look in bloom, let me show you a picture. Voila, dandelions. Number two could also be relevant. Okay. So on that note, collective, expect blessing or expect to be blessed by this person. Okay. All they want to do is bless you. Things of that nature. For some of you guys, something about Forrest Gump is relevant. Maybe they want to show you a box of chocolate. Maybe they want to give you like some chocolate. Okay. This actually last week I got chocolates as an apology, so that could be relevant as well. Let's see what else I wrote down. Let's see. 2017 is when this song was out, and she's a Cancer, so Cancer characteristics. I got this tune on the 13th of October. That's when somebody realized that they feel blessed by you or they want to bless you. Okay, offer good things, box of chocolate, bring peace, harmony, all that good stuff. Okay. Let's see what else dandelions represents. Dandelions symbolism. Because maybe Google is much better than my own interpretation. So, dandelions, according to Google, resilience, hope, and wishes. Okay? So, your person could be quite resilient when it comes to this connection. You. Very wish fulfilled. Okay? Very much in their hope when it comes to their love for you, what they want to do in terms of this relationship, when it comes to you. So yeah, you are their wish fulfillment. You are their hope. Okay, or you bring them a lot of hope and resilience in terms of like, I'm gonna fight for this. Okay, I love it. Okay, we're gonna just keep it short. Let's do Cancer characteristics. So, Cancer symbolism. I have my own version of Cancers for me, but let me just make this neutral. Let me be honest, certain signs doesn't mix with other signs. So, but I say this to say, Cancer water sign represents deep emotion, intuition, comfort, self-care, material energy, okay, leadership, and initiating qualities. Okay, there we go. It could also be quite overbearing and a bit sensitive, hypocritical, manipulative at sometimes as well. Lemon, but yeah, they are very nurturing, very loyal, and very emotional. Okay. I don't know. You know how people be deciphering like Geminis? That's how I like Gemini in a negative way. That's how Cancers are to me personally, and I feel like a lot of people that have the same like zodiac sign charts can relate to that. I say this to say this is still a general reading. We read the general version. Okay, collective. I don't know why I look like an art student. What is happening? So yeah, maybe somebody's like creative or something. Collective, let's see what's relevant. Somebody's name could also be a Ruth, Ruth. Excuse my misarticulation. Let's see here. Why this song is relevant right now? Based on the cards, I think it's going to clarify what I just said. Somebody does not want to be toxic anymore. They don't want to be the bad guy, bad girl, right? A lot of them had self-esteem issues, was battling really harsh realities. It could be them feeling pretty low. Okay, they could be prone to self-talk in a negative way. And they could be battling karmic shenanigans. They could be battling their past, which is hard to like overcome or something, right? If you see this image here, a lot of them could be battling demons. That could be symbolic for addictions, habits, mindset, okay? And that could have projected onto this relationship or onto you, and they don't want to be in that vibration. They realize that now, okay? That's why this song is here. Okay, collective. So there we go. Anything else for collective based on this song? A lot of you guys ended things, or you used to be back and forth with them a lot, and now somebody is like, you know, I'm not about to waste your time, and I need to do better by you, and I want to do better by you. They want to sail on to calmer waters. I love this. Now, you might not have faith in this. You might feel like this ship has sailed. This is some bullshit. Send me somebody new, or rather, I don't want to deal with the old. This is definitely somebody from the past, collective. Want to give you your flowers, the peace, the I'm going to be resilient for this connection, for this love. You bring me a hope type of energy. You might be like, I think not, but they're very resilient. We read the description, okay? You are their wish fulfillment. You are their hope, okay? And they're about to be resilient about this love, this you, okay? So, take it or leave it. But yeah, listen, collective, I feel like you don't want it. They get this, but they are going to be resilient. Now, I hope that they have boundaries, okay? I hope they're not going to act unhinged, you know? But this is energy here based on this reading, okay? For some of you guys, the Sagittarius could be relevant, okay? This Saggy, if you were Sagittarius watching, you might be like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, or it's the Sagittarius that wants to come towards you with this energy. They really thought that if this was the end all be all. If you're a Sag, you might be like, what the heck is happening? But yeah, I feel like that is symbolic for things taking place on an unexpected level. Okay. Some of you guys might be a little bit afraid. Might be a little bit like, oh my God, this shit is scary. Listen, if it goes against your boundaries, collective, don't do it. Don't do it, okay? If it's toxic, don't do it. If it's codependent, don't do it. If it goes against your boundaries, don't do it, okay? That's all, okay? If you're kind of like, what the fuck are they on? What the fuck is this? Don't do it, okay? Listen, I am all for consent and mutual connections, and that's I'm sticking by it, okay? Now, I will say some of you guys are going to be open to communicating, fixing this, okay? What was done is not really done. So, expect a union. For those that are open to this, with consent. You know, I love this, all right? Somebody also feels like you're smarter than them, or you have... I know what that is all about. I think it has to do with the fact that you are having boundaries. I don't know if that makes you smarter, but it's kind of like maybe before you weren't like, you know, didn't have boundaries, and they were kind of like, you know, collectively just went with whatever, you know. But now you're like, shit, no, I have boundaries, and I'm a little bit more serious than I was the last time we were together, okay? Some of them might feel a little bit ignorant, a little bit stupid. I did say Forrest Gump though. So the story goes that Forrest Gump is somebody that is slow, right? They don't know how to read social cues. Some may even say that he's socially like retarded. What? Hold up. Rephrase. I say this with utmost respect. I also have a disability as well. Okay. I know that word is sorry. I just woke up. I didn't mean to offend anyone. But mentally not how do I say, the intellect is not like everyone else, okay? The process of information and things of nature. Sorry guys for saying that word. It's very condescending and I shouldn't have gone that route. But yeah, Forrest Gump. If you know the movie, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, okay? I sound so weird though with the apology. Sorry. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I say this to say somebody might feel like Forrest Gump in the sense of like they feel like you're not moving it in the same way that like that you used to do, okay? Now, this person knows that you're very loyal, okay? And they want to be very loyal back without the chaos, without the storms, okay? Because that's what it was, okay? Now, like I said, consent, openness. Some of you guys will be open to this. Some of you guys are going to be like, why are you here? What the fuck is this? Granted. Rightfully so, okay? I think that's it though. I feel like I'm just babbling. Very quick, very short. This person, you're their wish fulfillment, their hope. They want to take a chance again. They might feel stupid, or I think we can still go with that word. They might feel stupid if you know you have your boundaries set and you're not kind of like, I guess, in their head, in their head, they feel like you're a little bit more assertive, a little bit more serious than the last time. And it's kind of odd to say and rephrase because they might even say that you were on the same frequency as them, same level, same intellect, right? They might even see you as somebody that's equally intellectually challenged, maybe even stupid, naive, same as them. You get it, right? And I'm not saying this for them to like pull one over you, but it's kind of like you are clocking things much more easier than before, okay? So I say this to say, let's pull some cards of encouragement. Ooh, what is happening here? Okay, so something might be burned out very quickly. So as soon as they are, you know, you might snuff it out. I feel like this is for the Sagittarius. And this is for the people that's like, what the fuck are you on about? Why are you here trying to make amends on this relationship when it's dead and gone, right? You might be like, call it quits sooner than it starts. Heavy on if you're a Sagittarius. If they're a Sag, if, again, they feel you as somebody that's much more harder to approach, okay? Peace. You're going to be peaceful nonetheless, whether you deal with them or not. Peace is owed to you, okay? 13, is it 21? Okay, 13 could also be relevant because why am I seeing 13? 16 could also be relevant, okay? I think that's it though. Obstacle wise, I feel like this is a very free flowing, like, because they've already been through the obstacles was the things that they didn't address or heal, right? Now they have. and they have proof to show. Okay, this is not just hearsay. This is not just like I'm doing it to just get you back. Like they have a factual proof on their healing journey. I don't know if it's like them going to show you that they have a schedule. Um, they have like a contact person, a therapist. Um, like I'm gonna say this collective. If you're watching for this person where they were struggling with the course we saw, demons, habits, etc., you're gonna see physical proof. It's not gonna just be like, oh yeah, I'm better now, I'm changed now. You're gonna see some sort of physical proof where they have changed. Okay, I don't know what like dealing with demons, literally, or habits and stuff like that is hard to prove, but there's some sort of physical proof. That's your confirmation, physical proof of their changes. You get me? Okay. A little bit. You know what? Let me get the initials. Okay. Somebody saying could be Simon. Simon is relevant. Okay, let me do this. Let's see here. No, I don't know. Lordy Lord. I'm being funny. Maybe that's the description of a guy's life with this person. It's always been a roller coaster, just like the storm card. Where is that? Let me see. Yeah, just like this card. It's always a roller coaster with this person. Well, like I said, if you don't get physical proof, they have not changed. I mean, they can, obviously. But what I'm tuning into is them having some sort of physical proof where you're going to be like, oh, okay, I see it. I get it now. I see it. Okay? I remember like frolicking in nature. That could also be relevant. Being in nature is so healing. Listen, that's why like my medicine is to be as close to nature in any shape or form. Land, sea, air, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Collective, first, middle, last initials, your person, you, and I'm gonna do the thing that I do, okay? Where we read here. So we're seeing had something about no, so first somebody could be from Haiti. That's also what I'm tuning into as well. Something about somebody feel lied to. Caviar could be relevant. Having you again. Have and have nots. Have not. Hold up. This thing. Oh my God. This is the thing when you're intuitive, you'll be getting messages that make sense, but sometimes okay. This show is relevant. I don't know what it's about. It's an American crime drama, soap opera. Somebody think it could be Renee, Tika, Crystal, Angela, Robin, Gavin, Aaron, Tyler, Oprah, Eva, Jacelyn, John, Peter. I have no idea. This show seems to be relevant. Let's read. I don't want to. Hold up. The Have and Have Nots is a primetime cable TV show by Tyler Perry focusing on the interacting lives of the rich Cryer and Harrington families and the poor young family. Hannah, young struggling maid working for the criers, wasn't the best person in the past, but is now a woman of faith. Her faith and resolve are tested when she finds out that her promiscuous daughter, Candace Young, whom she desperately tries to avoid, has stepped into the life of Hannah's employer, Jim. Okay. So, some sort of family affair, some sort of family drama. Okay. That show in itself is relevant. I still don't get it. Well, what I get is like a soap opera situation. That's it. Okay. I, you might also get a message that might make you feel some type of way. I would listen, but let's move on. Something about daisies. So we got more flowers here. Daisies, dandelions. Got something about being the younger brother. Some maybe you guys are gonna merge families. Maybe um because the show Haven't Have Nuts. Sorry for the pronunciation, because I listen. Like I said, I have a speech impediment. I also have a disability. Okay, so I digress. Um, I say this to say, um, there might be difference in social economical status between you and your person. Um, because that's something they pointed out in that storyline in that series. Okay, so that could also be relevant. Somebody's name could be Sarah. Something about liking you and not liking you, but liking you again. Maybe somebody's family had a lot to say, um, but not anymore. Maybe there was some family drama here. Well, what I remember from Forrest Gump, the person that he was so obsessed with, Jenny, I don't think she wanted to be with him, but then she kind of caved in. But he was like so obsessed with her and did so much stuff for her. But he didn't get the cue of like, she doesn't see you that way. But Forrest didn't give a fuck. Okay, this is what I mean with not being able to read the social cues. Okay, he's liking somebody, and however she like, it's almost like he's taking her kindness for something more than what it is, but it was never that. Okay, so that could also be relevant. And this could be if you're like a Sagittarius, or you don't want to deal with your person. It's kind of like you had what you had, but maybe you guys got together because they were struggling, and this is why. And now you don't want to be the caretaker. You're like, I don't think we're a good fit. Maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, a year ago, I was there because I felt sympathy. You were struggling, you needed somebody, nobody was there, and collective was like, I was there because nobody was there. And as a good, decent human being, you were there, and they might have taken your caretaking, your empathy for love. Just like how Forrest Gump, at some point, I believe, took Jenny's caretaking or affection or friendship, because you can love in different ways as love, and he said I'm gonna stick beside it. Okay, so that could be relevant. So I'm seeing sad. Somebody could suffer from depression, or they're going to be sad when this rejection happens, because I do feel like there's going to be a rejection for some of you guys when it comes to the soulmate. For others, you're going to give it one more chance. Okay, Mackenzie is relevant as a name. Something about the game Tekken. Okay, martial combat. Okay, Kenny could be relevant. Gen Z being Zen. Traveling. Lisa, Denver. They also talked about faith and what we read in this thing, and I feel like They could also be difference in faith, or maybe somebody couldn't come together with somebody based on their belief system. That could also be relevant. Collective, we're about to wrap it up. Sorry for that long ass breakdown. It's still a little advice card at the end. And remember, be great because you're free. Okay. Consent is very important. Okay. A lot of you guys are going to focus on what makes you happy, something creative. But you might also get something creative back, like energy wise. I do feel the energy of being much more aware, perhaps smarter than before. Okay? Collective, see you in the next reading. Okay? If this resonates, I am happy to do this for you guys. And until next time.